Layla. I create handmade earrings. I get to make them at the store. We have opportunities there, like I'm able to use a laser cutter and make these wooden puzzle piece earrings. And I also make clay earrings like these oranges and these cookies. They helped me learn how to start my own business, become an entrepreneur, and I get to work in the storefront and actually learn firsthand business for my future to see what I'm interested in. It's an amazing program where kids who want to learn more about business and become better at it can come and learn, and we accept anybody. And I feel like it's an amazing learning opportunity for this generation. I'm so proud to be a part of this.
Hi, I'm Lindy Woodsum.
What do you have on display today?
Valentine's Day gnomes and hand-painted shells. It's been awesome. I've learned a lot about entrepreneuring and learning how to work stuff at the store, and it's been really cool. I want people to know that we sell a lot of cool stuff in the store, but everyone's super nice, and it can be a really cool place because we're doing more than just selling stuff at the store and teaching people how to do entrepreneuring, but we're also doing the tiny homes for other people. I do gnomes for every holiday. They are made with socks, rice, polyfill, and fuzzy carpet or fuzzy fabric. My mom helped me come up with it. I always loved gnomes, and we decided it took a lot of trial and error, but we finally found the right way to make a gnome.
My name is Jade Taylor, and me and some of my friends, we volunteer at the Center for Entrepreneurial Studies. First, you have to come up with an idea, make at least a few products, and then you could bring it down there. Almost every time you go, they're like, do you want to do anything new? Is there anything we can help you with? They help with your pricing, everything that you would need help with to start a business. So I have these mini pot hangers. They're macrame. I bought the pots and painted them from Amazon. I have the keychains, which are I don't know how long I've had them, but I've been making them a little while. And then the bracelets were my first product that I've made. I'm pretty excited. I've sold, I think, 2 bracelets. I hope I sell a few more.
Hi, I'm Tyler. This is Jose. We have been messing with this metal called bismuth for a while. As it cools, it forms really, really pretty crystals like this. And it can become multiple colors like rainbow, blue, gold, really anything you want. First, I bought a piece myself, like $40, way overpriced, but then I figured I could make it myself a couple years later. So I bought a bunch online, started melting it, cooling it, just testing. Yeah, hopefully it pays off. They've helped us with everything. They got us connections, business cards, a name. Still working on the name. It's either gonna be beach gyms or something around there. We're hoping to move online and distribute to different stores, but I think the best way is probably through the CTE Center. We're gonna set up a shop down at the entrepreneurial place in Farmington.
Be the change. I love this expression. It's amazing to have great ideas. It's wonderful to talk about stuff. It's great to have dreams. Those things don't actually happen until we take action. So that's what's amazing about being here today, is we actually can be the change rather than just talk about it. So this is a really, really great night. That's my mug. Me. So I'm originally from Farmington, Waterville area. I grew up here. I left for 15 years, went to Austin, Texas. You don't have to shovel the heat. I kind of miss it. All right, see? And then I moved back a couple years ago, so my son, he's 10, he can be closer to his family, but while I was there, I spent 15 years in the corporate retail world, and then my life changed in 2015. I got really ill. I ran myself into the ground. I was on disability for a while, and then broke and back against the wall. I decided to build my own business and created a coaching practice and decided to help other people for the rest of my life. And man, you just don't know what you're capable of until your back's against the wall, and how creative and resourceful you can be. And so For the past several years, I've dedicated my life now to serving executives and members of our community. Anything I can do to help people find their values in life and help them live a life beyond just their careers. So I've done a lot of speaking. I've been able to work with people all over the world, but bottom line is my thing that I'm really passionate about too is helping youth. I'm also a big advocate for the mental health community. Personally, I've battled effects of traumatic brain injury and other mental health issues, and I know the importance of what it means to have guidance and mentors and to not be alone in this world. And I really love that we're doing that for a lot of our youth right now. I know our community really needs it here, a lot. So let me move on because we don't need to see that anymore. We got a great video for you guys. So we're going to play that video. This was actually made back in 2022 in November, and it shows a little bit about the journey that CES has been on since then, and so I'll let that play.
When I was teaching, I noticed that there was a lot of deficiencies when it came to a lot of the kids' needs. Everything from housing to learning about business. So we wanted to build a nonprofit that helped to solve community problems. I ended up deciding that this was so important that I had to leave my job to help these kids. Along comes March, we rent this location downtown in Farmington, and COVID hits. But we charged forward and we got a lot of support from different community members that really started to believe in what it is that we were doing and in understanding that entrepreneurship can solve problems. Kids are making things in our makerspace, and then they're having to come up with a company name. They're having to come up with, what did it cost me to make this product? They're now having to see the entire process through from beginning to end.
I came in here and I didn't know anything about like my logo or marketing or like my brand or anything, and then I sat down with these two girls who worked here at the time, and they helped me figure that out.
And they're also learning from people that are taking the time to put in their 2 cents and saying, you know what, I care about what it is that you're doing and I want to see you succeed.
I've definitely have learned a lot about like marketing and stuff like that through this place.
It's a beautiful thing to sit back and watch somebody that is kind of walking into your space and saying, you know what, I'm kind of interested in what it is that you're doing. And then you watch that plume happen. They all of a sudden become a peacock. This whole entrepreneurial center is changing lives. You have these 3 boys working on a bunkhouse right now and learning about how to insulate, how to run electrical, how to put in a subfloor. We're now moving into a second social enterprise, which is developing tiny homes so that we have homes for these kids who are, being put in vulnerable positions. We're supporting them by showing them, how can you make this into a business? How can you make this into this opportunity? You're filling a need. And luckily, we've garnered the attention of Maine Cabin Masters, where they see the importance of contending with this housing issue. They see the importance of giving back to youth because they're changing lives. We've been really focused on trying to develop a youth center because we hope to build two buildings. One of them would be a 40 by 60 barn, 2-story barn that would serve as a garden center for agriculture, a cafe, and a retail component where people can be checking out customers and learning also still about retail. And then a second building, size to be determined, that would work as a manufacturing building where we'd be building these tiny homes. These tiny homes would be built by interns, youth interns, along with an instructor, mentor. Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity to catapult this project where we can do some tremendously beautiful things. That's our purpose. Our purpose is to do this.
That's incredible. I'm going to say this a few times tonight to remind you guys, because we're here to make change, but we're also here to raise a ton of money. And so we've got some amazing stuff. We have the silent auction over there. Again, there's pieces of paper at each table. You can write your name down, your email, what your bid is. We have pledge cards on each table. You can scan the QR code and donate online. The real amazing part, though, is the shops that we have over here. I don't know, if you haven't seen this stuff, it's amazing that these kids have been, that you young adults now like are creating over there, and it's unbelievable to see them as entrepreneurs. And I think the most beautiful thing about entrepreneurship and the things that they're doing is with things like the internet and Etsy and Pinterest, they're not constrained to the four walls of our community. It's limitless. And I think it's beautiful for what they're creating. So again, round of applause for the youth. You guys can also put it over there in the corner. So now let's talk about her face. So Bonita Tompkins, unbelievable human being. I'm really blessed that I got a chance to get to know her. She's a former business teacher from the Foster Tech Division at Mount Blue High School. She's the founder and executive director of the Center for Entrepreneurial Studies, which we're all here for today. But it was in 2017 when the light bulb went off for Bonita. You know, she saw some major, and there's no other way to say it, there's no delicate way to say it, but there were some major deficiencies that she saw in our community when it came to unsupported youth. They were lacking basic human needs and mentorship, which is unbelievable in our world today. And what do I mean by basic human needs? We're talking about housing, food, mental health support, restorative justice. These are kids that just haven't been seen or heard. It's not cool. They don't have a voice. So we get a chance to be that for them. And what they were really lacking was love and encouragement. Something so simple but ridiculously powerful. And so that's when Bonita wanted to create something where these kids could be heard and seen, and that's where this idea was birthed. And so I'm going to let her take over from here, but thank you for being an amazing human being. Thanks for being a voice for our youth.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Matt. I don't even know where to start. You guys all have played an incredible role in this journey. It's been an unbelievable amount of pivot. Things keep on changing, and all for the better, which is so wonderful. I've got to share with you that I don't really see myself as the founder. I really don't, because this was a project that started in my class. And there were a group of kids that I just pitched the idea to. It's really what it came down to. I pitched them, I said, I've got this situation that I'm looking at here. Let's solve this problem. How do we go about doing this? How do we create a business to try to solve this problem? And at the time I was teaching entrepreneurship, and we did a little SWOT analysis. And we said, okay, what are our strengths? What are our weaknesses, threats, opportunities? And out came this. Out came the Center for Entrepreneurial Studies. And what I had learned was that on this journey, there were things that they were learning and things that they were getting excited about and wanting to be a part of this. And they were learning things from, how do I open a checkbook? How do I file for 501c3 status? That's a big step. We did it in our classroom. And, I'm so proud to say that we did it. We did it. And here we are. And I'm just blown away because every single person in this room has played a role, whether it be baking for tonight or making me dinner, or just coming into our store and buying things, or possibly even building us our first tiny home. So I thank you all. I thank you all so much for being a part of this. So for those of you who do not know what it is that we do, we're basically creating businesses to solve community problems And we're teaching business skills, and we're also teaching a little bit about entrepreneurship so that kids can dip their toe in entrepreneurship. And so we've got these beautiful kids over here that are creating about how do I market? How do I actually do a purchase order? How do I receive a purchase order? What is my cost of goods sold? And how do I display things? How do I market? These are all valuable tools that they can take forward in their lives if they choose to be an entrepreneur or if they choose to go work for somebody. These are valuable transferable skills, and they're rocking it. They really are. And so I'm so proud to say that we're sticking with the tagline that we had established back in 2018, which was the Center for Entrepreneurial Studies, created by students for students. And these kids run the show. I just do some heavy lifting at the store. They're doing everything from setting up our point of sale system, all of it. They're doing all of it, and they're resilient and smart, and I'm just so proud of them all. I really am. But anyway, we have a retail store at 156 Main Street, and I encourage you to come down and take a peek at it. It's a retail store as well as a maker space, and we've been there since 2020, 2 weeks prior to COVID, and we were shut down until July, and our store was looking a little sparse and sad because we didn't know what was going to happen. Now that, after we had gone through kind of the initial phases of COVID. And from there, we decided, well, let's see, what did we decide next? Let's see. Okay, all right, just to back up a little bit, I kind of got off base here without doing the clicker. Okay, so let me just skip over this slide if you guys don't mind. Because I basically spoke about this. We're a business teacher, and the class was excited, and we approached Skowhegan Savings Bank to support our idea, and they loved it. And so the kids became really empowered, created the logos, opened our bank account, and got our 501c3 status. So when we opened up in 2020, we got our gift store going and got shut down, and skipping forward to 2021, we started to think about our success and how successful things were in our retail store, in our makerspace, and we still had this nagging issue of kids not having a safe and supportive home, and we wanted to do something about it. So we started this project called Making Home Possible to address the problem of unhoused teens. And at the same time, we received a $25,000 grant to expand the makerspace and provide tools for our youth. So things were really busy and humming along, and by the grace of God, we ended up getting connected to the Alphond Youth Community Center, which provided us with a grant to help kids in after-school programming, and kept us kind of rolling. So along comes June, and this person from Alphond Youth Community Center, who happens to be here tonight, Catherine Harvey, ended up saying to me, why don't you go and engage Kennebec Cabin Company, the home of Maine Cabin Masters, to see if they can possibly help you in looking at doing a project to build homes for these kids. And a few phone calls and a couple of visits to Manchester, I ended up getting a call from Chase Morrill, and I begged and pleaded and said, would you help me with this, because I need you to help me catapult this project. I need you to help me figure out how can we provide homes for these kids, as well as other, hopefully down the road, other vulnerable populations like our elderly and veterans and whatnot. How can we solve this problem? So Chase bit, and here we are, which is pretty amazing. And In the meantime, we also had secured a 6-acre parcel on Whittier Road, which was near the high school. The reason for that was so that we could access kids and not have transportation be a barrier, and get kids there maybe after school to work with us and giving them a work opportunity, or getting them to think about how they can have their own business. And so we've got this space. We've got this space right now, an empty parcel. And it's got a little something on it right now at the moment. But anyway. Then luckily we ended up getting called from Carlene Tremblay, who works for Senator Collins' office, and she said, "I know you're doing something there, don't quite know what." And I said, "Well, I don't think I know what yet either, but we want to support you because we think what you're doing is good." And I said, "Well, okay." So she sent me a grant application, filled it out, and thankfully Senator Collins decided to back us and said, we know you're doing something good. We want you to figure out who it is that you need to bring to the table in order to make something really happen great in Farmington. So a lot of moving parts, as you can tell. A lot of moving parts happening here. And Maine Cabin Masters came along and we filmed an episode that's airing tonight. And at 9 o'clock. So by the way, if you want to see it, it's being aired at the Lincoln Auditorium tonight, or you can watch it on Hulu if you have Hulu. Really excited to see this. Nervously excited. And we finished up wrapped up filming on September 27th, and we've got a lot now, like a lot happening, like. A lot's been happening over the past, it's been a buzz for, oh my gosh, so many years. And now we're at a tipping point. We're at a tipping point. Like, what are we going to do next? We've got some opportunities that I think are pretty exciting. We've got to leverage this opportunity with Maine Cabin Masters. We've got some great people that have come to the rescue. And one of the people that has come to the rescue is here tonight, and his name is Ben Davis. And he's the co-founder of Opbox, or are you the founder of Opbox? Either way? Co-founder? Okay, all right. And he's here, and he ended up providing a shell for our tiny home, and I would love for him to come up tonight and talk a little bit about that. And I'd love to introduce you to Ben Davis.
Hi everyone, good evening. And thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming to support Benita. Benita kind of walked into our life last year sometime, early last year. Chase called me one day as we were starting to work with the Kennebec Cabin Company and said, the first thing I want to do is introduce you to Benita Tompkins, and don't ask any questions, just meet her and you'll understand why. And it was about halfway through that meeting that we understood, and we got on the bus. And so when you get on Benita's bus, you just, what can we do to help, and how many do you need is kind of all you've got to say. So we participated in this first tiny home, and hopefully a lot more going forward. We're a company here in Maine. We're in Woolwich, Maine is our factory. We started in 2017. My sister and I are Maine kids. We're from Nobleboro, Maine. And we started very simply with a couple little boxes. Now we have lots of little boxes, and we invented a building material that we're very much looking forward to have in tonight's episode, and along with the tiny homes. But essentially, we created a way to make buildings and homes out of recycled plastics. So we take recycled plastics out of the ocean and the waste streams, and we turn them into beautiful buildings like that. So working with CES, working with Benita, and just being a small part of this whole program has just been a wonderful experience and a wonderful gift, and we're very much looking forward to Benita's success and many, many more tiny homes up here in Farmington. So thanks for having us.
Okay. This guy. Oh my God, this guy's amazing. Let me tell you. Chase Morrill, I would go to him and I would say, Chase, what do you think about this? You know, and he'd go, okay, let's just do it. And it's like just so easygoing, so wonderful, so giving. And unfortunately, he could not be here tonight. And he wanted to send us a little message. So we're going to air that next. And I'm going to look to see if we've got our tech person that can play this for us.
Thank you for recognizing us as the CES Changemakers of the Year. We're sorry we can't be there in person to receive this special award. As you may or may not know, Maine Cabin Masters is all about cabins, restoration, and the great state of Maine, while having a little bit of fun while we're doing it. Recently, we had the opportunity to team up with Center for Entrepreneurial Studies right here in Farmington, Maine. Together, we took on a project that goes beyond cabins and into the heart of the community. The importance of education and getting more students interested and involved in the trades. The folks at CES reached out to us with a unique challenge to build a tiny home on wheels for homeless youth. It wasn't just about construction, it was about creating a safe and supportive space for youth so that they can learn and be safe, and helping the community address a critical problem, the lack of homes and support for those in need. No one thinks about homeless teenagers. How can they learn if they're worried about where they're going to sleep and be safe? I know people of Maine care enough to do something about it. The vision of CES is a combination of compassion, the trades, business education, and work skills. This tiny home represents more than just 4 walls and a roof. It's a symbol of hope and a practical solution to the pressing issue, the lack of housing. Now that we've wrapped up this special episode, we want to issue a challenge. We challenge you to come together not only to build more homes, but also provide a meaningful internship and work opportunities for our youth. By doing so, we're not just creating a shelter, we're actively helping to solve a problem our entire state and nation is facing. We must invest in our youth, providing them with the basic human needs, skills, and knowledge that they need to survive. So Maine, let's build more homes, extend more kindness, invest in education and trades, solve community problems, and show the world what Maine is really made of. We look forward to hearing great updates from CES about how the community has come together and the great work that we can all achieve together. Thank you very much.
Something here for Maine Cabin Masters, and we're blessed tonight to have Jedi here along with Jason. Jason Thornton was responsible for doing a lot of our first tiny home. So I'd like to have them come up if possible and accept an award for being the CES Changemaker of the Year. Woo!
Let's be involved. Going to go right to the woodshed. You ready to have the company? Real quick, yeah. Definitely better with a hammer and a tape measure than I am a microphone. But we're on behalf of Chase, Ashley, Ryan, myself, and everybody that works for us. We're honored to be a part of this. Just the whole thing in general is amazing, and what you guys are doing is phenomenal. So thank you again, and congrats, and let's get going on it.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Jack.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Incredible people, incredible people. So we've got a big group of incredible people that have contributed to this mystery tiny home that nobody knows about. And so we've got 20 some odd people, 20 some odd companies that have helped us to make this happen. We've got some philanthropic support from the Maine Community Foundation, Ware Butler, Opbox, the Bjorn Foundation. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful what we've received. So thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I lost our clicker. Sorry about this, okay. So, we've got our retail store, we've got our Whittier Road site, and we've got this tiny home pilot project that we just completed. So where do we go from here? Where do we go? We've got some beautiful kids, some excited kids. Any kids over there might possibly want to talk a little bit about what they're doing. I'm not going to put any one of them on the spot by any means, but I think there's a couple of kids over there that might know. No. No. All right. I won't put you on the spot, but we've got some tremendous kids, and I'm so proud of them for all that they're doing. If you haven't had the chance, come down to the store and see them in action. So, Whittier Road. I would love to have a few moments to skip forward and talk a little bit about my board who has supported me through this crazy journey. I've got an incredible board: Kathy Beauchamp, Lou Carrier, Courtney Carrier, Billy Mitchell, Ashley Tompkins, who are here. And I'd like to call one of them up a little bit for a few minutes and see if they would be willing to talk a little bit about our Whittier Road project and what it is that we're thinking about doing on this 6-acre parcel. Kathy, do you feel up for it?
I'm not prepared, but
that's okay. That's all right. I'm going to be honest, is that we've been going 9,000 miles an hour. And so I'm very unprepared, unfortunately, but we're trying to do the best we can, and this is why we need your support. We need support in order to make great things happen. So I'm going to pass the mic over here to Kathy, and maybe she can talk a little bit about our plans together about Whittier Road.
Okay. To create a campus.
To create a campus.
To create a campus that will work to complement the beautiful facility that we already have up at Foster Tech at the high school. The trade programs that they push out at the Foster Tech program is absolutely wonderful. And the Whittier Road site is less than a mile. It's 8.8 tenths of a mile down, so the kids could walk there. And I believe the vision is to, like Benita's video talked about, building an office space there where kids we can replicate what we have at the gift store here, where the kids come in and they can get referral services to programs out there and learn how to. I was in the store a couple weeks ago and a young gentleman didn't know what a W-4 was or what an I-9 is, and the documentation that comes with that kind of stuff. So it's that sort of just teaching them, and I don't believe you get that kind of stuff through the school. The school public systems, they do a fantastic job of giving the core classes. And you teachers, I wanted to, if I had the opportunity to speak here, I wanted to just give a huge shout out to any of the teachers here in the audience and for all the teachers that we have here. You guys do an incredible job, as do the superintendents and all the administration, with all the pressures, especially through COVID. Karen, you're so lucky, and I'm so jealous and envious. 30 years of teaching, you have these kids coming to you and saying, "You changed the course of my life," And so we want to complement what Mount Lou is doing there. The kids can come to the site there, learn about the business skills, get some service referrals, and then hopefully sustainability is always the big goal of a nonprofit, to be able to sustain yourself with funding. So one of our visions is to be able to have the kids build these tiny houses, maybe something that's an ADU size, 400 square feet or under. But in the process they learn, and in the process they learn what zoning regulations are and that. So, and then we can maybe sell the tiny houses or also at the same time use them to house our youth. So that's part of the sustainability program. And so we have a 6-acre parcel. It's vacant right now except for a beautiful little tiny house that everyone will see tonight at 9 p.m. that's sitting on it. And so that's kind of our vision for Whittier Road.
So, like I said, we're incredibly busy, like insanely busy. Too busy. And this is where we need help. We are being thrown with so many great opportunities. And this person named Michael Emmons came into our shop, wanted to know what it is that, what is it that you're doing here? And he just absolutely loved what we were doing and said to me, well, I think what you're doing with these kids is wonderful, and I think I've been blessed in my life, and I just bought 5,000 acres in Temple, and the people in Temple treated me wonderfully, and I have a piece of land that I'd like to give you if you can do something good with it. And I was like, okay, this is another project. I'm a little nervous. And so, at capacity, and he's like, no, I think you can do something if you can bring this community together and find the people that you need in order to make this a reality. And being a one-arm paper hanger, I'm going to be looking for people that have technical expertise to come and help make all these things happen. A lot of momentum. And this is something that Michael wanted to have a little video tonight, but he was unable to get through the technology piece. He's in Florida at the moment. And this is a little message that he wanted to share with you. So we've got another supporter and another project. And he's decided he wants to give us this land if we can come together and build a tiny home community on it. It's a 5-acre parcel, and we're thinking a little bit about Ben over there and how it is that his product could possibly make this happen. And putting up maybe some 1- and 2-bedroom little tiny homes for people that need it and build a little community. So yeah, who wants to sign up? I'm like, who wants to sign up to help? So great opportunities are being thrown at us. A lot to ponder, a lot to think about. And I think we've got some connections in people like Ben and Maine Cabin Masters that can possibly help us along the way. And I just also wanted to introduce you to our board. These are 5 people here that have been trying to help me keep things together, help me stay focused, and trying to make sure that I don't run too fast, which I'm guilty of doing. I am so thankful for each and every one of them, and I would like to take this opportunity to introduce you to all of them. You've just met Kathy Beauchamp. Kathy, if you'd like to come back up. I'd also like to introduce you to Courtney Carrier. He's with the Panther Group, and he is, would you like to come up, Courtney? Courtney, really, no? I guess no? I don't have a choice. Okay. All right. And his dad, Luke Carrier, who just happened to celebrate his 55th birthday. And Miss Billy Mitchell from J.D. Irving. And unfortunately, Ashley cannot be here tonight. But I would love to hear a couple of words from Court. No? Come on. How about Lou? Do you want to say anything?
No. Can I show a show of hands? How many people have tried to get a carpenter unsuccessfully recently? How many people have tried to get a plumber unsuccessfully recently? How many people have tried to get an electrician unsuccessfully recently? Now you can see that and many more. That and many more occupations that Bonnie and company is trying to fill the voids.
Too. All right, so I'm a little bit dual-hatted tonight. I'm here for the board of directors as well as representing JD Irving. So speaking, on behalf of Irving, when we were brought this opportunity, it was a quick yes for us. Knowing exactly what Lou has been talking about, what Matt's been talking about, what Hotbox and kind of a cabin company have been talking about, it's those skills trades. So we were eager to jump on this project. Not only because we need skilled trades, but because our youth are the next generation of our workforce, and that is where we struggle. As a mom, I want all the kids to be able to have every opportunity afforded to them. And it's a shame that some are underrepresented. We don't have all of those opportunities.
Okay, so Changemakers. Let's talk a little bit about these kids and how spectacular they are. I want to talk about a couple in particular and share some of their stories. But I gotta back up, of course, here for a second. This lady right here. Woo-hoo! Alicia Phillips. Let's talk about her. I don't know if you've ever been into our store, but Alicia has got it hands down amazing. She came to us, she's a Mount Abram student, and came to us because she was going to volunteer, right? You were going to volunteer for, we'll see if we can get this going. You're going to volunteer, you had volunteer hours, 40 hours?
48 hours.
48 hours to complete as a volunteer. And then we kept her. And because she's spectacular. And so she's been with us now almost three years. And yeah. She's now doing everything. She's like my savior at the store. She just graduated from Mount Abram this past year and is thinking about where is her journey next. Right now she is with us running the store as an assistant manager and doing amazing. Thank you for everything you're doing, Alicia, to help us in this. And I really just want to present a little thank you to you. And what it says here too about Alicia is that I'd like to give this certificate of excellence to her in recognition of her outstanding achievement, her leadership, and exemplary character. Yeah. We want to proudly present the CES Changemaker and Business Skills Award to Alicia, who is a remarkable individual who has excelled in competencies crucial for effectively managing and operating a business. Alicia's prowess in financial management, strategic planning, marketing, sales, and organization skills set her apart as a distinguished individual in the field of business. She not only exemplifies excellence in business, but is committed to giving back to her community. Her dedication to making a positive impact reflects the essence of true leadership. Thank you, Alicia.
Okay, this
this microphone isn't working perfectly, but I'll try. I just have to say that this really did start as just mandatory volunteer hours. A friend introduced me to the Center of Entrepreneurial Studies, and it changed my life. I started out with anxiety, depression. I move around a lot, so it was kind of hard to get used to Maine. And the Center of Entrepreneurial Studies helped me with that more than I was ever able to realize. I've been able to be a leader and not talk to, well, now I can talk to people like this. I never would have imagined talking in front of a crowd like this. And the confidence that I've been able to get is, I don't have words for it. It's amazing. And I'm just so grateful, and I'm so excited for other kids to be able to have this opportunity to be able to change their lives. Thank you, Anita.
Person that I want to kind of talk a little bit about is our Sophie. Where is our Sophie? Oh, there she is. All right, so this girl, entrepreneur all the way, all the way. This young lady came to see me, how long ago was it? 3.5? 3.5? 4? Yeah. So she comes in, walking in the front door, and she says, yeah, I make earrings. And I was like, okay, kid. All right. So, what kind of earrings? Show me. She pulls out her little Ziploc baggie full of earrings. She's like, here. And I was like, okay. You're going to find you a business name, a business logo, some stock, some cards to put these earrings on, and a display. And then she's got it all set up. She comes in, works on her logo, put it all together with little shapes. Looked just like her. It was amazing. And her name of her company was Sophie's Jewelry, spelled Joolary. And I watched them all work, all the kids work together in making sure that Sophie's business was going to be a success. And it was a beautiful thing to watch. And from there, before I knew it, she was selling in December $900 worth of earrings to pediatricians. Yeah. So she's got these fabulous earrings that she makes, and they've got little toys on them. And the pediatricians were coming in and scooping them all up because they were fantastic for keeping the kids occupied while they got their physicals. And so Sophie, since then, has become like a mentor to the younger kids as well, which watching this whole progression has just been unbelievable. And now Sophie has gone on to college, and we miss her horribly, by the way, but we still sell her stuff. And prior to her leaving, she was teaching classes in the makerspace to the younger kids to make sure that they too could understand what it is that she learned. And it was just peer-to-peer, which was wonderful to watch. That's the best part to me. That's the best part of my job, is watching the kids. And I'm proud of her. I'm really, really proud of her. And I think she's a tremendous entrepreneur. She really is. She's going places. So you heard Sophie, in recognition of your outstanding achievement, leadership, and exemplary character, I'm proud to present the CES Changemaker and Entrepreneurship Award to Sophie Haley-Vignew, a remarkable individual who has excelled in the dynamic realm of entrepreneurial endeavors. This prestigious acknowledgement is bestowed upon her for exceptional performance in identifying and pursuing business opportunities with unparalleled creativity, risk-taking, innovation, leadership, and adaptability to changing circumstances. Sophie embodies the spirit of entrepreneurship, showcasing a proactive and innovation approach to creating and growing businesses. She exemplifies not only excellence in entrepreneurship, but also a commitment to giving back to her community. Sophie's dedication to making a positive impact reflects the essence of true leadership. Thank you. So there's a couple other people that I really want to thank tonight as well, and knowing them, they're going to be really annoyed with me that I did this. But I want to thank a lady named Tara Bryant. She has been just an amazing friend to our organization, and she, I don't know if you saw the dessert table tonight. I mean, my word, between her and Tammy Holmes putting together such a beautiful display for us. Make sure you grab yourself some sweeties. Is she hiding over there?
She just skipped out for a second.
Did she skip out? Okay. Okay. All right. I was like, is she my mark? So, all right, we're gonna get her. We're gonna get her. So, and I also want to thank another gentleman who unfortunately could not be here tonight, named Flint Christie. Flint runs Kai's and Kai's Insurance. Oh, wait a minute, there she is. Okay, all right. Backing up for a second. This lady right here. All right, Tara. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being a supporter of ours. I want to thank you for supporting me, making me dinner, and putting it in my mailbox, and, and doing all these wonderful things for us. Thank you so much for being such a great supporter of ours. Thank you, my love. Just to bounce real quick, I'm trying to keep myself on time here. It's like 6:45. So Flint, oh my God, Tara connected us with Flint. And and got Dick Bjorn to also help us along the way and keep us going. So thankful to Flint as well. Flint also serves on the Maine Community Foundation board locally, and he's always in our corner, which is wonderful because he sees what we're doing. And so thank you both to Tara and Flint for helping us.